Is anyone on my hill?
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I think I'm buried under that hill, like unable to wake up, feeling the weight of the hill on me. So it's that bad. It's the same fucking mistakes again and again, right? Like this two goals that we conceded were similar to the goals that we conceded like throughout the season, where there's no midfield. People are running over all over us, cutting back and then scoring from outside the box. Like Sid mentioned, it almost looks like FIFA, right? Same thing again and again, and it's fucking disappointing. And I really feel for all United fans who sat through this shit.
Sid, thoughts?
Bro, every time we get a good result, like if you look at Chelsea, we won at Chelsea. If you look at the Villa result, like every time you think, okay, we're gonna restart our season, we're gonna like make this as a building point and then like keep getting some good, consistent results. Exactly this sort of a game happens where we have literally no control, no creativity, no chances, and we just give away like cheap goals to our opponent. And then like of course the inevitable, right? Like we just lose and then again like, oh, Ten Hag out, oh this out, oh that out, oh this player is useless. That's the entire narrative going around, right? And that's why it's getting fueled, because like we are giving them the fuel. We are like telling them that we are not good enough, and clearly we aren't. We don't have the right players, we probably don't have the right manager at this point. Maybe the new ownership can do something about it, but that's like we can't have all our hopes on that one thing to like, it's not a magic trick. Like
These are the games that, like, if you are having a rebound, that you've got to build on and win, right? Like,
yeah,
after having if you think, if Eric Ten Hag really thinks and the players really think that they put a good performance against Liverpool, they have to bounce back and win at West Ham. Then you lose at West Ham, and then you come back and then you win at Aston Villa. You have to build on that. Like, these are the grounds that you go to just build on it, have some momentum, and then carry that forward. Throughout the season, unfortunately, we've never had it. Like, if you look at our card, right, 20 played, 10 wins, 9 losses, 1 draw, that says it all. Like, there hasn't been any consistency. They haven't stitched wins together. And the one time they did, they got a treble of awards in fucking Premier League. Right? Like, it's just fucking ridiculous, to be honest, if you ask me. And you mentioned, the commentator was saying that like Nottingham Forest haven't won a home game in 4 games, and here we are. And we are done being the punching bag, and I think that unfortunately we are that punching bag right now. We are a joke.
Yeah. I have nothing else here. Like, this just seems like this is never ending. But hopefully you bounce back against Tottenham. Something, right? Like something to salvage the season.
Yeah, I guess so. Like Tottenham, but then again, it's that roller coaster thing that we're talking about, right? Like, even if we win next game, I don't have a confidence that this is actually a rebound. There were so many.
It won't amount to anything, right? Yeah. At minimum, now you can blame the players as much as you want and everything, but there's no solution there. I mean, it's coming to the point that now the solution has to be a change of management. With the change, new ownership coming in, is a fresh start is the only possible explanation here.
Yeah.
Right? The players needed, the club needed, everyone needs a fresh start. There has to be a new outlook on the team. Someone else has to come in and see the squad and see who's performing, who's not performing, bring in new, fresher ideas. It's just not working out, right? This way, the United way.
Oh, there isn't a United way anymore, right? Like, there isn't. Like, when whoever says it, there is a United way, I really need them to come here and explain what that fucking way is, because I don't think there is one. And you're right. I think hopefully the new management and board has better ideas, because for the last 10 years, we've seen throw money at the problem, throw a new manager at the problem, and hope and pray that it all works out. Clearly, we are running out of our luck using that solution. So hopefully there needs to be something that needs to be fixed from the ground up, whether it's a new manager. We've seen that script before where we added new manager, we had a bounce for a season and we didn't. I'm tired of that. I don't just want that change. I want something more systematic and something more like, deeper, which will make meaningful impact. Like, for instance, when the Kroenkes bought Arsenal, like, completely, they had a plan, they had a vision, like, they were patient with it. and they had systematic investments behind the manager. They threw the weight behind the manager, right? Like, because they clearly saw something cooking there. Although the manager started with 3 losses in 3 games in the beginning of the season, they were right there because they did believe. And they persisted with that approach, and here we are. Arsenal are challenging, and they don't look like they're going to go away anywhere. Similarly with FSG and Liverpool and City Group and Man City, right? Everyone has a solution, and I really want our ownership and our operations to step up and give us more confidence, right? Like, and not just throw money and a new manager at this problem, because clearly that is not working anymore.
Yeah, we need to like finalize on what direction we want, like what kind of football we want to play, and really give up on that romantic idea of playing the United way. Because like even in Ferguson's time, it was always about just moments. Like even the Champions League final in '99, that was all. We were shit for the entire game, and we just won it at the end. That is, if that is the United way, I don't want it to be the future of our club, because we need to be a much more clinical, professionally run football club, establish a good hierarchy at the club, establish a good scouting network, establish processes for recruitment, and then only then 2-3 years down the line we'll see some progress, some change.
Yeah.
And the new management has to be like very, very thorough about that.
Yeah, and I just don't want to disrespect Ferguson's United, because in a way it worked for him. I don't think it's like, all pray and like Hail Marys at the end. Like, there was more to his reign, and I think he ran a tight ship. And for those times where there was no media, there was no like social media presence, I think it all worked out. But in the new era, we just can't hope that Hail Marys or luck and stuff like that will work out. And clearly we don't have the right personnel. We don't have like the Paul Scholes or the Roy Keanes or the Giggs or like the Vidic Ferdinand, all those like big personalities, big auras around the club. We clearly don't. We pay really high dollar for these players, and I don't think some of them have the right motivation to be or performing for the badge anymore. And something needs to be changed, and it just can't be just the manager. It has to be something deeper, and the sooner the better, because I really can't stand to watch games like today for the rest of the season. It's kind of getting painful.
Yeah, hopefully all of your gains finish at some point in time. But yeah, let's wrap up